Okay, good day, guys. Good day, wherever you are viewing from. Well, today I decided to share share with you a video I came across online, and someone shared it, and I, had a quick look at it. During my spare time, I was actually somewhere, and I decided whilst I'm waiting on my wife, I decided, okay, let me just have a listen to hear what this thing is all about and hear this guy. And whilst this guy was sharing, and he's a young man who got convicted, and I think he spent some time in prison, and now is on the streets sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ. And he is just being, I wouldn't say raw, but real and open about stuff. He's not sugarcoating in a sense. He's just reaching out to the guys and stuff, or young people, really at their point, and just powerful. So whilst I was listening, I'm busy there doing something else, and it's playing in the background. I'm hearing him, and then in my head, ideas are already coming to play. I'm formulating ideas and ways, and I say, man, I could do something like that in St. Lucia. This could be so powerful if we do something like that in St. Lucia. And I'm thinking, and I'm saying, but we could do this, we could use that, we could, come on, the ideas just flowing. And lo and behold, when I actually glanced at the video, and I saw the guy was walking around to different individuals he had posing around in with, they use makeup and stuff like that. So people had, like, he used makeup and blood to create that effect of blood. A young man with a gun, and someone is down and they have blood on them. So I fast forward to see what else is happening. And one of the ideas I had in my head, I'm seeing the guy is doing the same thing. I'm like, what? And two things that I actually thought of, but in a bigger scale than what he was doing. And I'm like, wow, the guy is doing the exact thing that I'm here already formulating in my head. If I have to do something like that in St. Lucia, I will go about it doing this way, that way, whatever the case. And I'm saying, and this guy actually did it. I'm like, okay, so now he got my attention a little more, because I'm seeing some of the ideas that I had. He is already doing it. So I wanted to see how he went about executing it. And it was really cool to see what he did. And I'm like, wow, okay. So I say, man, I really need to do this in St. Lucia. But then, sometimes you want to do so much, but what's limiting us from doing it is sometimes the finance. So I always say, but if people are very serious about crime in St. Lucia and serious about our young people, we need to put our money where our mouth is, especially corporate St. Lucia. And I would say organizations, different persons that are in a position to facilitate, or if not sponsor events like that could really impact our young people. So guess what? I'm going to share with you the video. So I want you to just take some time. I will not do the entirety of the video. I'll just do some clips, and probably may come back and share, and probably, hey, what you thought? Give us your feedback on it. And this was really powerful, whatever the cases may do. So check it out. I'm going to share it with you now. So right about now, we're going to go to the video.
When was the last time you seen men, before there was a murder, before there was something violent happen, walk the streets and just gonna say, I love you? You want to know why your daughters act the way that they do? Because they can't be themselves with you. Our children can't be themselves. They can't tell the truth. So they hide behind the mask. Yes, she loves sex. 16, 17 years old. Yes, she loves porn. 16, 17 years old. She a victim of it, but you don't know it. She done been raped, but she can't tell mama because mama act like she don't care. Mama told her, God, nobody wants you. Your boyfriend did. Your husband did. So she gotta hide her pain behind a mask. Do you even know your children? Do you even know who your children are for real? Do you even know your students? Or is it just the fact that I gotta feed and clothe them, or I'm just a teacher to get a check? So guess what? She told her friends about the sex and about the porn. And she passed it down to her friends in school. And guess what happened to them? The conversation about sex led to 2 teens getting pregnant, dropping out of school, pregnant together by kids who don't know how to be fathers that ain't got fathers. Some of you women, you get on my nerve because you know that the man don't take care of his kids and you still pushing them out. I dare not ever raise my daughters to be with a man if he got kids before you and don't take care of them and you let him lay down with you. It's a lot of people that look like this don't miss heaven because they sweated they love God. If you love God, everything about you would say, God, show me what to do and how to do it. Or connect me to somebody that know what to do so that I can be a part of it. Karen Crowe, if you're going to see your city change, it's going to take every single last one of you that's in this community. Rich, poor, black, white, it don't matter. See, the problem is separation. The problem is separation. She was called a slut, and she held on to it. She was called an addict. She held on to it. Somebody called her ugly. She held on to it. She was labeled as broke. She held on to it. And her whole life, she walked around with these scars. So she put this mask on to hide the pain. And y'all thought that when she smiled, she was really smiling. No, it was a smile to cover up the pain. So wait, hold up. What are you getting at? You got these kind of women and men having babies. So what you think her child gonna be given? Slut. Broke. A nobody. Ugly. You got broke people having children. And when I say broke, I don't mean money broke. I mean spiritually broke. So when you give birth as a broken woman, you give birth to a broken child. For so many years, we've seen this. Not every cop is crooked. Not every cop is racist. But we know that we deal with it. And we ain't gonna hide it. Yes, we still face racism in America. Yes, we still face racism in Acadiana. Yes, we still face racism in our schools, in our homes. And if y'all have nigga conversations, you're the problem. If you are a Caucasian brother or sister out here today and you can be around people that have nigga conversations, you're the freaking problem. And if you African American and you can have cracker and honky conversations, you're the problem. We got some of our people that's in position and in power that was never shown love and was raised by racist people. But then let's turn the narrative. We got some of our own kind, our own kids, our own babies who think that they're above the law, who think that they're bigger than the law. You don't want them dead? Give them something to live for. What does Cameron Crowe got for the youth? What do Lafayette got for the youth? What do you got for your kids to do outside of going to school if they ain't in sports? And they ain't in sports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What do you have? Social media is raising most of your babies anyway. TikTok, they daddy. Snapchat, they mama. Instagram their grandparents, because grandparents ain't grandin' no more. They're getting younger and younger and younger. He killed him just because he felt like it. Got so angry, I want to catch a body. It's funny to me, you want to catch a body, but you don't want to catch the time they come with the body. Tell your children the truth. Tell your sons the truth. Y'all ain't raising real men because they scared to get hit. They scared to fight. They scared to fight. You want to see a gangster? Put the gun down. Put the gun down. If your son's scared to put the gun down and fight, I'm telling you right now, when they get to Angola, you got a daughter. You got a daughter. Tell him the truth. Tell him it's some real booty bandits waiting. And soon as you get out the chain, you gotta drop all your clothes in front of everybody. So for all y'all that been to the penitentiary, tell them the truth, because I've been there. I've been there. And if you scared on the streets, you're gonna be a sheep in there. You scared to get hit? You scared to get a broke jaw? You scared to get a bust nose? Or you gonna get something else when you get in there? We the new KKK. We the new Ku Klux Klan. Ain't no white person gotta kill us. We killing us. He didn't know what he taught his son would lead to his son getting killed. So he was a killer without a gun. You told your daughter she'd never amount to nothing. You're a KKK. You're a killer. You just ain't got a weapon. The weapon is your mouth. They wanted to be somebody, so they seen mama. All mama ever wanted was D-boys. For y'all women out there, you young girls, all you want is a D-boy. What happens when you get caught with the dope? What happens when you get caught with the dope? What happens when you waiting on him to come get you and he never show up? That's the story right here. Tell them the truth about their daddy. Tell them the truth about their uncles. Y'all scared to tell y'all kids the truth? You want to know why we got a generation of kids that don't know which way they going? Because we ain't never healed. We ain't never fixed us. You don't think they see you beefing? You're 50 years old talking about what you gonna do somebody on Snapchat and on Instagram. And let me know that we still ain't learned how to communicate. If I got a problem with you, I ain't going to nobody else, bro. I'm coming to you, King. I'm real enough to face whoever it is I got an issue with. And I'm real enough to face them without us having a fight. I know how to talk. I'm intelligent enough to have a conversation. I'm also intelligent enough to know if I offended you, ain't nothing wrong with me saying I'm sorry. Can you forgive me? So now, he owes some apologies to some people. Because his whole life was lived giving the wrong advice. Oh, it ain't just in the black community. She was battered. Went through a divorce. Got low self-esteem because she was called names in school and even called names by her parents. I just want to know one thing. Why does it take killing and murder to wake us up? Why does it take violence for black and white people to be on the street together? Why does it take babies dying for y'all to listen to something worthwhile? Some of y'all daddies, some of y'all kids' daddies is NBA young boy too. the solution? Give it to you. Never thought you would see black men in Ku Klux Klan's fist, huh? We killing us. We the new Klansmen. Somebody told him he was a gangster, so he put a rag around his face because he thought that he was a Crip. If we don't start beating the devil the hell out of our children and snatching everything off of our darn children that the enemy has tied around them and call them to see that they ain't nothing of what the devil said. Give me that gun. The funeral is canceled. Start telling our police officers, Chief, I don't care who it is. I don't care how long they've been on the force. If they wrong, they wrong. Put that gun down. The funeral is canceled. You ain't no killer, and you ain't gonna be around here killing our babies. We need officers that love our children, whether it's white, black, Hispanic, it don't matter. We don't need nobody racist in no type of office. We got racist pastors. And I ain't talking about just white, I'm talking about black on black. You ain't no slut. You ain't no addict. You ain't ugly. You ain't broke. You may have been abused. But I come to tell you that I serve a God that can heal every piece of hurt on the inside of you. Take that mask off. You can be you. The funeral is canceled. Want to know the solution? You ain't gonna die like that. Y'all don't talk to y'all kids, huh? Y'all don't talk like this. If my son was running in a gang, if he was running with dudes that was grabbing, I'm going to chase the car down at the end. I'm going to chase the car down. I don't care if I got to cause a wreck. I'm going to wreck that car. I'm going to wreck the car. I'm going to grab the gun. I'm throwing the gun. I'm going to call the cop. Chief, I got the gun. My son, get you out of that car. I'm telling y'all that I love you. You ain't gonna die like this either. Even though you're not my child. Get up. The funeral is canceled. We got to start saving our children by force. You ain't no gangster. That ain't even who you is. You don't even know how to spell gangster. Give me that gun. You going back to school and you're going to do your work. You're going to play football like you've been dreaming of doing. And that's exactly what we're going to stand behind you as you do. The funeral is canceled. Get up. And you ain't going to die like that either. Y'all ain't parenting. Y'all ain't parenting. They say stick with your own kind. Baby, let me tell you, if a Chinese man love you better than a black one, marry the Chinese, you heard me? Because if all the black one do is bust your eye and bust your nose and the Chinese man love you, you better learn Chinese. Get up. The funeral is canceled. You don't stick with your kind, you stick with what love you. You're a basketball player, you're not a killer. I know that they ain't never came to your games, but I'll come. I know that nobody ain't ever told you how proud of you they are, but I'm telling you right now. And if for every A you make, I'm taking you out to do something. For every time you bring a good report card, I promise you, I'm going to reward you. Give me that gun. The funeral is canceled, and you ain't going to die. Get up. Look at somebody and tell them I'm sorry. Y'all gonna know what I'm saying in a minute. Everybody out here, look at somebody and say I'm sorry. Watch this. Tell somebody you're sorry for real. Look them in the eyes. It may not be somebody that you've done something to. I'm gonna help you. I'm about to help you. Tell somebody you're sorry. Everybody here. Now watch this. Tell them this. Tell them this. If I ever did you something. Look at somebody and say, if I ever did you something. Look at them in their eyes. If I ever did you something, I'm apologizing right now. And I want you to know, I love you. I love you. Now say, forgive me Come on, look at him and say, forgive me. Okay, now watch this. Here's what I just done. Here's what I just done. I made you apologize for the person that you're not. Just in case they was carrying hurt from somebody that abused them, you just apologize on behalf of their abuser and freed them from having to pack all of that the rest of their life. Somebody needs to just say, I'm sorry. You gonna dance again? You ain't gonna be no porn addict. You ain't no stripper. You ain't gonna be possessed by nothing. We gonna get you the help you need. We gonna get you the counseling, the therapy. We know that you've been abused, but baby, God gonna use you because God can use what they throw away. The funeral is canceled. Take the mask off. And we rebuke teen pregnancy. Y'all going to school. You're gonna graduate. You're gonna go to college. When you have a baby, you're gonna have a baby by your husband. Come on, we're gonna break this thing. We're gonna break this curse. You ain't gonna be on welfare. You ain't gonna live off the government the rest of your life. Come on, get up. The funeral is canceled.
All right, guys. So I trust that you were impacted or you were touched by this video because this is serious. The issues that we are facing in this country with our young people, this is serious. We need to find ways and means of getting that message across to the young people to put down the guns, to stop all the violence and all the ills that we are facing in society. And we want persons who are really serious. It's not just a lip service and, you know, doing things on our own and that little one, that one doing. It's not about doing things for show or to look good or to say I did it, but really going about doing things to really impact and create change in the communities and our country in a whole. So I trust that this video really made an impact on you, and I'm praying that even corporate St. Lucia and organizations and different firms out there will probably say, hey, Darren, how about if we pump in a certain amount of money and you guys put this thing together? Are you part of a group that can really do this? Of course that we can. And I'm not doing this because I'm not saying this. I should say because I want to get corporate St. Lucia to, how would I say it, to give me money in a sense. I that's not me, and I just want to see our young people lives being impacted and changed, and I just think that corporate St. Lucia and the different organizations in St. Lucia can make a meaningful impact. You may not be able to do it, but then why not fund it? Why not finance it? Why not support it? Why not sponsor it? And trust me, I have some really big ideas of things that I really want to see happen in St. Lucia. I remember speaking to someone from the US about it and said, Darren, why don't you go ahead and do it, man? Sounds like a good idea. I remember sharing with another organization in the US, and it was like, man, this is stuff like we'd like to come down here and do with you guys. So, I mean, I'm getting people who saying, yeah, we want to, but then nobody willing to get it done. You know, it's like, you know, it ain't going to just stay there and fall out from the sky and happen. And when you're doing stuff, it takes a lot to do it in terms of, like, imagine you have to lock down an entire street and have a huge concert or something that would really reach out to the young people or something. I gotta pay the sound system. I gotta get stage. I gotta get lights. I gotta get a whole set of stuff, and I don't have the money to do that. So, you know, I just wish, you know, people that are real serious and they have the finance, that they would say, okay, hey, so after seeing that video that I just shared there and realizing that, okay, how powerful this thing is, and this is something that an initiative that could happen in St. Lucia, why not give it a try? It's better we try something than to sit down there and do nothing and just complain and talk about the young people doing this, young people doing that, and they say, okay, we've tried this, we've tried that works, let's continue doing it because it is making a very powerful impact on the young people. Let's continue. And I'm not doing this because I want to find some ways to make money and to do. Nah, guys, really, I would probably just continue and do my thing on the internet live and try to see as much as possible the impact that I could have on the young people. And this is why whenever I come across stuff, I share it. And I'm not someone to run and do videos and come and, it's not about me. I believe in just doing things that will really impact the lives of our people. So I trust that the video was a blessing to you. And we're going to end off with this one, and that will be it. And after this, that's it for me, guys. Just be blessed and be encouraged. So we take you back to another part of the video that would definitely be a blessing to you.
Ain't nobody booked me to come out here. I get booked for this. I can't because I love you. I can't because I love you. I can't because I love your children. I came because I love the community. I came because somebody got to speak what's real. Look at the laws and the bills that are passing. Our babies are about to be lost forever. No parole, no probation, it's over. You better tell your kids that the system is set up to fail them. And I don't care what they say. Beat the hell out of your children. Because you beat them because you love them. When they get in prison, they gonna beat them because they look at them like dogs. I hate the system because they'll come and arrest you for beating your child because you love them. But let your child look like they're about to resist an arrest, and the police can beat the hell out of them and they say it's legal. You are beautiful. God love you. God designed you. And ain't nothing nobody can take away from you. I promise you, this your last year ever feeling like you got to kill yourself. The funeral is canceled. Mental health. Mental health is an issue that we seldomly want to discuss and talk about. It used to be frowned upon in the black community. But now you got more black people killing themselves and committing suicide and dealing with depression and going to institutions. You know why? Because it was never a white issue. It's a people's issue. It was never a race issue. It's a people's issue. We all deal with it. You don't know what your children are dealing with. When was the last time y'all had a meal at the dinner table without phones? Without cell phones? When was the last time y'all fed each other and you didn't let your child go in the room to eat? We gonna eat like a family. When? You know why we don't do it? Because we dysfunctional. We dysfunctional. You let your child fix their plate, go in their room, lock the door, and eat without you. I remember a time when you was at my grandmother's house, everybody gonna eat together. Your children run you. That's the problem. To the school system. I love the fact that we got teachers and faculty that care. No disrespect, and I'm not trying to promote myself, but you need some of this in the school. You need some real, raw, uncut truth in the schools. I asked Familiar Parish a long time ago, let me adopt the program and bring it to the school system. They said no. I said, y'all telling me no. When I leave out of Abbeville, watch the murder rate go up. And I guarantee you, Abbeville was a slaughterhouse. Because if you don't want God, you already invite the devil into wherever you say, I don't want God. I speak and prophesy over your life that this is going to be the best year of your life. And God is going to send people around you that love you for you. Get up. The funeral is canceled. This is what we do in the community all day long. We see people like this, we walk over them. All day long, we see people like this, we walk over. Some of you out here was ex-addicts. Some of you out here might be squeaky clean today, baby. But if you want to tell the truth about the things that you've done that nobody's seen but God, you know that your life ain't always been clean. You know that if it wasn't for God, then some of us as adults, we wouldn't be here. Some of us are ex-felons too. Some of our children don't know who their parents really were. But I dare you to begin to love on the community as a whole. You want these kids to love on each other? Let them start seeing us love on each other. You ain't no addict. You ain't gonna die with no needle in your arm. As I take the needle out, I'm taking it out of your mind too. And I speak life to you. I speak back to life. And the breath of God be upon you. Get up. The funeral is canceled. For every man that's out here, every man and every boy, after I do this, I want you to do something for me. All of y'all that's in the funeral is canceled, turn around and face them. Give yourself a bow for coming out here with me today. Y'all can go clean up. For every man outside of the people that's with me, for every boy, I want y'all to come here right now. Every man and every boy, come under the tape right now. Every male that's out here under the sound of my voice, come now. If y'all got some sons out there, send them. I'm talking to, look. Come on, I want him. I don't care if one of y'all got to bring him. Come on, you can bring him. Come with him. You can stand right there with him. We ain't leaving none out. We ain't leaving none out. But I want everybody to do, to the men that's out here right now and the young boys, look at somebody next to you and say, I love you. Look them in the eyes and say, I love you. Let's start with that first. If you can't look seriously at them and say, I love you, we got a problem. I love you, baby.
I love all y'all.
We got a problem. Chief, I love you. First and foremost, I'm addressing this. We are not niggas. We are kings. Some of you can't clap because you don't like it. If you don't like, come see Chief. If you don't like a man this color calling us a nigga, we gotta stop calling each other niggas. I don't care that your favorite rapper use it all the time. Let me introduce this and say this. I know that it is a cultural thing, but some cultural things need to be broken. What would happen if I didn't call him my little nigga, but called him my little prince that's soon one day to be a king? See, niggas think like niggas. Kings think royalty, success. And no disrespect, the word nigga is a word used to describe ignorance. So it got white niggas, Hispanic niggas, Chinese niggas, Mexican niggas. It wasn't described to use a black or described for blacks until it was in slavery. But guess what, baby? We are not slaves. We are kings, and we are more than conquerors. And we gotta start loving each other as that. You want me to tell you how you're gonna change your community? It's gonna start with men. You want me to tell you why our young boys are going crazy with guns and killing each other? Because they are the heads of something. And when the devil can get to the head, he can destroy the whole house. That's why. That's why. You want to know what the solution is? Every man begin to be a father to the boys out there that are fatherless. Every church come together. And let's do something bigger than your service. bigger than your revival, bigger than just your people, bigger than just your house. You are heads. They got to be raised to be heads. I got a text from a woman that worked for Slimco yesterday in my inbox. She said, hey, did you come pay a light bill the other day and left out saying that you love me? I say, no, ma'am, it wasn't me. She said, you got a twin. I say, what's my son? Carrying the torch of telling random people, I love you. She said, he made my day. Before he left, he said, I love you. I've taught my kids to be able to share love everywhere they go. I can't, look, I'm not loving you for you to love me. I'm loving you because first off, God loved me. And you are made in the likeness and the image of God. Yes. Hold each other's hand. Everybody, every man right here, grab somebody's hand. Look at the person hand you're holding. Look them in the eyes straight like a king and say, if I never tell it to you again, I love you for being here today. If I never tell it to you again, you are a king and royalty. You will not die before your time. God has designed for you to rule with power and dominion. I respect, love, and honor you, King. If you want to change something, you got to become the change. I can't act like I want to change something in front of y'all and then tonight be acting gangster, talking like a gangster. I'm me everywhere I go. I done been in hoods all across the country. No gun. Ex-felon. Been to prison. Tried to commit murder in Abbeville. Did all of that. And I vowed, God, if you ever let me come out of this prison, I'll never be the same again. And I'm going back home and tell the people about the dangers of crime and where it could lead you. And for the last 17 years, I've been on this mission, and I refuse to let go. To the day that I die, I'm going to be doing what I do now because I love you that much. If we ever can get together, if y'all want to see change in the community, it don't have to be me leading it. I know the solution, though. And sometimes we don't like to be a follower of certain things because you're going to hear negative stuff about me. Yeah, I used to do this. Yeah, I used to do that. But who am I today? Because every last person out here got a pass. And with that being said, before I end it on the note that I want to end it on, I'm going to get ready to allow Chief to speak. And then any community leaders in here, I see my big brother Josh. Man, I see Pastor Vernon. I love him so much, man. And there's a many of more out here that we would like to acknowledge. And I thank God for you. Give yourself a hand clap for coming out here. It should be packed. The streets should be flooded. We should have the streets flooded. It should look like the parade looked last week. Because a life was taken. It should be much more. No disrespect. But I always say, if Black Lives Matter, why black people don't come together when a life is taken? They gonna talk from inside their house. But I tell anybody in their face, if you wasn't there to do something about it, shut up. Don't call me. Don't inbox me. Don't ask me to come. What you gonna do? If my son kills somebody and I know you killed him, I'm not hiding you. Or you going to jail. Call it what you want. I'm not harboring no fugitive. You going to jail. Especially if it wasn't in self-defense. You wanted to be gangster. Because some of y'all know exactly what happened. Some of y'all know who did it. Some of y'all know why they did it. And you ain't going to say nothing. You the problem. You the problem. If you love your family that much, bust them up about the dangers of it before it get to this. If you love your children that much, how you could be a real parent and your 15-year-old can come in at 2 and 3 in the morning. How you could be a parent and you don't know where your 16-year-old daughter is at 12 o'clock at night. Shut up, you ain't no parent, you a roommate. Kings, we can change it. We can change it.
All right, so I'm out. That's it for me. It was a pleasure sharing these videos with you guys. I mean, whenever I stumble upon stuff, I'll definitely come and share it. I want to give credits to the gentleman who went all out to create those videos, and in the description I will definitely acknowledge the individual because it's not my material. It was stuff that was done by him. I just decided to highlight it, to showcase it on here so persons could really see the impact that stuff like this could really have on our young people, and really taking the message and being real about the stuff that we really use to share and impact our young people. So thank you again, guys. Have yourself a blessed and wonderful week. This is Darren saying I am out. Thank you.